The North is cold and full of whispers.
Before we dive in, check the link in the description if you want exclusive Timelines members-only videos you won't find on YouTube. All on our Patreon. The heart tree stands ancient. White bark, red leaves, the carved face watching with sap-blood eyes. Eddard Stark kneels before it, alone. A dried blue winter rose in his hands, preserved since 283 AC, 9 years old. Lyanna's rose. He places it at the roots. His hands shake. "Sister," he whispers, "I've kept my promise 9 years. But it's not enough anymore, the secret. It's getting harder to hide." Footsteps behind him. Catelyn Stark approaches, her face tight, angry. "You summoned me to the God's Wood at dawn, Ned, without explanation. What is this about?" Ned doesn't turn. "Sit with me, please." Formal. The distance between them palpable. "Is this about the bastard?" Her voice is cold. "Has he done something? Shamed us further?" "Don't call him that," Ned's voice cracks. "Please, not anymore." Catelyn's eyes narrow. "He is your bastard, Ned, the living reminder of your betrayal. What else should I call him?" Ned finally looks at her, tears in his eyes. "The truth. I should call him the truth, and I should have told you years ago, but I was afraid of Robert, of the realm, of losing everything. What are you talking about?" Ned picks up the blue rose, shows it to her. "Do you know what this is? A flower. Dead. Lyanna's flower. From the tourney at Harrenhal, where Rhaegar Targaryen crowned her queen of love and beauty, where everything began." He pauses. "And where everything ended. At the Tower of Joy, where she died, where Jon was born." Catelyn goes still. "What?" "Jon is not my son, Catelyn. He's my nephew, Lyanna's son, Rhaegar Targaryen's son. I claimed him as my bastard to protect him, because if Robert knew, if anyone knew, he would kill him. Kill me. Kill anyone who helped hide him. So I lied. I let you hate me. I let you hate Jon, because it was the only way to keep him alive." Silence. Long, heavy. Catelyn's face cycles through emotions. Confusion, disbelief, rage, horror, understanding. "You let me," her voice shakes. "You let me hate him for 9 years. Hate you. Hate the dishonor. And all along, you never dishonored me." Ned grabs her hands. "I never betrayed you. I never lay with another woman. The shame I've carried, it's for my sister, for the lie, but not for infidelity, never that." Walks to the pool beneath the heart tree, stares at her reflection. "Jon is Lyanna's son." She says it slowly, testing the words. "Rhaegar's son, a Targaryen, yes. The heir to the Iron Throne. If Robert knew, he would smash Jon's head against a wall, like the Mountain did to Aegon, like he wanted to do to Daenerys before Ned Stark talked him out of it. Robert's hatred for Targaryens is absolute. Jon would die. I would die for hiding him. And maybe," Ned's voice drops, "maybe all of you, to erase the stain, the rebellion would start again." Catelyn turns. "Why tell me now, after 9 years of silence?" Ned stands, pulls a letter from his cloak. A raven, from White Harbor. A merchant reported seeing a boy in a tavern. Silver hair showing through dark. Violet undertones in gray eyes. The boy looked like a Stark, but also not. Someone will notice, someone will talk, and Robert will hear, and we'll all die. Catelyn absorbs this. "What do you want from me?" "Help. I can't protect Jon alone anymore. He can't just be a bastard who fades into obscurity. He can't join the Night's Watch and disappear. He needs to stay in the North, under our control, where we can watch him, protect him, and ensure his children, if he has them, are raised as Starks, so the secret dies with us." "How? What?" "Jon and Sansa. Married, bound. Any children they have will be Starks. The Targaryen blood will be buried under Stark names, Stark upbringing, Stark loyalty. No one will ever know what they carry. The secret stays contained, forever." Catelyn shakes her head. "The realm thinks Jon is your bastard, your son. Marrying him to Sansa, your daughter, that's incest. Half-siblings, it's forbidden. The truth is, Jon and Sansa are cousins. First cousins. That's legal. The faith of the Seven permits it. The old gods permit it. Tywin Lannister married his cousin Joanna. My own parents were cousins. It's not uncommon among nobility. But publicly, we say it's to secure Jon's loyalty to House Stark, that he'll rule a holdfast in Sansa's name, that it's a political arrangement. Later, if necessary, I can legitimize him as Jon Stark, my nephew. Then it's openly legal, but for now we keep it quiet. A family arrangement, nothing more. Catelyn walks back to Ned, looks up at him. You're asking me to agree to marry my daughter to a boy I've hated for 9 years, a boy I've been cruel to, a boy who... She stops. A boy who is Lyanna's son, your blood, my husband's nephew. Yes, and if I refuse, then Jon remains a bastard with a secret. And someday, maybe tomorrow, maybe in 10 years, that secret will come out, and Robert will kill him, and possibly all of us. Because that's what Robert does to Targaryens. He kills them. Catelyn closes her eyes. When she opens them, there are tears. I have been so cruel to him, Ned. For 9 years I've treated him like a stain, a reminder of shame that never existed. How can I look at him now? You look at him as family, as Lyanna's orphaned son, as a boy who lost his mother at birth and has been punished for existing ever since. You protect him, the way you protect Robb, the way you protect Sansa, the way you protect all our children. He is one of our children. Catelyn says it like a revelation, Lyanna's child. Our nephew. Yes. Places her hand on the roots where Ned laid the rose. Lyanna, I never knew you, but I know Ned loved you. And if this boy is yours, if he carries your blood, then I will protect him. I swear it. Before the old gods, I will treat him as family. I will help arrange this betrothal. I will keep your son safe. Ned kneels beside her, takes her hand. Thank you. They kneel together in silence, the heart tree watching, the old gods bearing witness. The secret is shared, the burden divided, and Jon Snow's future changes forever. Winterfell, the great hall. That evening, the Stark family gathers for supper. Ned at the head, Catelyn beside him, Robb, Sansa, Arya, Bran, baby Rickon in Catelyn's arms, and Jon, at the far end of the table, the bastard's place. Separate, always separate, he eats quietly, not looking up, used to the distance. Theon Greyjoy sits near Jon, the ward, older, cocky. He leans over. Enjoying the scraps, Snow? Jon doesn't respond. That's right, keep your head down, a bastard's place. Enough. Theon blinks. Catelyn has never defended Jon before. My lady, I said enough. Catelyn stands, walks around the table. To Jon. Jon looks up, wary, expecting cruelty. Catelyn's face is different, softer. Jon, come sit with the family. You shouldn't be at the end of the table. Silence. Everyone staring. Jon's voice is quiet. Lady Stark, this is my place. Your family. Catelyn's voice is firm. Ned's blood, my nephew by marriage, you belong with us, not apart from us. Robb's eyes widen. Sansa looks confused. Arya grins. Jon stands slowly, uncertain. He walks to the main table. Catelyn gestures to a seat between Robb and Sansa. Jon sits, his hands shaking slightly. Sansa looks at him, curious. Are you really our cousin, Jon? Jon looks at Ned. Ned nods. Yes, Jon says. I'm your cousin. Then why did you sit at the end of the table? Because I'm a bastard. But you're still family. Sansa's voice is matter-of-fact. Simple. A child's logic. Family sits together. Jon's throat tightens. He's never heard those words before. Family. Together. Catelyn places a hand on Jon's shoulder. Just for a moment. You're right, Sansa. Family sits together. Across the table, Theon watches. Confused. The dynamics have shifted. He doesn't understand why, but Jon does. Or at least he's beginning to. Winterfell, the training yard, the next morning, Jon spars with Robb, wooden swords, Sir Roderick Cassel watching. They've sparred hundreds of times. But today feels different. Robb presses hard, Jon defends. Then counters, fast, aggressive. He disarms Robb, the wooden sword flying. Robb laughs. You're getting better, Jon, or you're getting sloppy. Jon grins. Sir Roderick claps. Good form, lads. Jon, your footwork is improving. Robb, watch your left side. You're dropping your guard. Theon approaches. My turn. Let's see if He catches himself, glances at Catelyn watching from the gallery. Let's see if Jon can handle a real opponent. Jon squares up. Ready. They spar. Theon is older, stronger, but Jon is faster, more focused. Jon sweeps Theon's legs. Theon falls. Hard, the watching soldiers laugh. Theon's face goes red. Lucky shot, Snow, maybe. Jon offers a hand to help him up. Theon ignores it, stands on his own, walks away. Catelyn descends from the gallery. Approaches Jon. You fought well. Jon stares. Catelyn has never complimented him before. Thank you, my lady. Catelyn, you can call me Catelyn, or Aunt, if you prefer. Jon's voice is barely a whisper. Aunt, your family, Jon. It's time you were treated as such. She pauses. Come, your uncle wants to speak with you in the Godswood. Midday. Ned sits on a stone bench. Jon approaches. Nervous. Sit, Jon. Jon sits, silent. Ned looks at him. Really looks. The dark Stark hair, the gray Stark eyes, but beneath, hints of something else. The way the light catches his eyes, the sharp angles of his face. Targaryen echoes. Do you know why I brought you to Winterfell, Jon? Why I claimed you as my son? Because my mother and you know. Ned's voice is gentle. That's the lie I told the world. The truth is different, harder, heavier. Jon's heart pounds. What truth? Your mother was Lyanna Stark, my sister. She died giving birth to you. At a place called the Tower of Joy, in Dorne. Far from home, far from help. Jon goes white. Lyanna Stark. But then, who was my father? Ned hesitates. Then, Rhaegar Targaryen. The crown prince the man Robert killed at the Trident. Silence. Jon can't breathe. Can't think. I'm a Targaryen. You're a Stark and a Targaryen. Your mother's blood and your father's blood. But the world cannot know. Robert would kill you if he knew. He hates Targaryens with a fury that burns hotter than dragon fire. So I claimed you as my bastard. I let the world believe I dishonored Catelyn. I let you grow up with that shame, because it was the only way to keep you alive. Jon's hands clench. So everything I've believed about myself, the bastard, the dishonor, the shame, it's all a lie. The dishonor is mine, not yours. You were born of love, Jon. Rhaegar and Lyanna loved each other. Their union created you, and Lyanna made me promise, as she died, to protect you, to raise you as my own, to never let Robert find out. So I've lied for 9 years, and I'll keep lying for the rest of my life, to keep you safe. Jon stands, paces. Why tell me now? The color of your eyes in certain light, the way you carry yourself. Merchants are noticing, talking, and if they're talking, Robert will hear, and he'll come, and he'll kill you. Then what do? Run, hide? No, you stay in the north, you stay with family, and you marry into the family to keep the bloodline contained, to ensure any children you have are raised as Starks. So the secret dies with us. Marry? Who? The world thinks she's my half-sister. The world believes a lie. The truth is Sansa is your cousin. First cousins can marry. It's legal. Common, even. My own parents were cousins. Tywin Lannister married his cousin. It's done all the time among nobility. But publicly we say it secures your loyalty to House Stark, that you'll rule a holdfast in her name. Later, I'll legitimize you as Jon Stark, my nephew. Then the marriage is openly legal. But for now, it's a family arrangement to protect the secret, to protect all of us. Jon sits back down. Does Sansa know? And she'll be raised knowing you're her future husband, her protector, her family. Then you remain a bastard with a secret, and someday that secret will destroy you, and maybe all of us. Ned grips Jon's shoulder. I'm not ordering you, Jon. I'm asking. Will you do this? Will you marry Sansa when you're both of age? Will you keep the secret safe? Jon looks at the heart tree, at the carved face watching. I've spent my whole life feeling like I don't belong, like I'm a mistake, a stain. And now you're telling me I'm not Ned Stark's bastard. I'm Lyanna Stark's son. I have a mother who loved me, a father who was a prince, and a family that wants to protect me. Yes, and all I have to do is marry Sansa, keep the secret, live as a Stark. Yes, Jon exhales, then I'll do it. I'll marry Sansa, I'll be a Stark, I'll keep the secret, because I want to belong. And if this is the price, I'll pay it. Ned embraces him. Thank you, Jon, thank you. Jon holds his uncle, the man he thought was his father, and feels something shift inside. He's not a bastard. He's family, and family protects family. Winterfell. Sansa's chamber. That evening, Catelyn sits with Sansa, brushing her daughter's auburn hair. "Mama, why was Jon at the table last night? He never sits with us." "Because I was wrong, sweetling. I was cruel to him. But I'm going to make it right." "How?" "He's your cousin, Sansa, your father's nephew, and he deserves to be loved." Sansa considers this. "I like Jon. He's nice. He always smiles at me, even when I'm with Septa Mordane and she's mean to him." Catelyn's heart aches. Even a 6-year-old noticed her cruelty. "Sansa, there's something I need to tell you, something important." "What?" "When you're older, when you're grown, you're going to marry Jon." Sansa blinks. "Marry Jon? But he's my brother. And cousins can marry, it's allowed. It's normal." "Oh," Sansa thinks about this. "Will I have to leave Winterfell?" "No, sweetling. You'll stay here. Jon will stay here. You'll have a family here together. Will he be nice to me?" "Yes. Jon is kind, honorable. He'll protect you, love you, keep you safe." Sansa smiles. "Then I'll marry him when I'm older." Catelyn kisses her daughter's forehead. "Good. Then it's settled." Sansa yawns, tired. Catelyn tucks her into bed, watches her fall asleep, and prays to the seven and the old gods that this plan works, that Jon and Sansa will grow up together, that they'll come to love each other, that the secret will stay buried. Because if it doesn't, if Robert discovers the truth, they'll all die. Winterfell. The months pass. 292-293 AC. Jon's life transforms. Slowly, subtly, he no longer sits at the bastard's table. He sits with the family. Catelyn no longer glares at him. She speaks to him kindly, calls him Jon, not bastard or him. Sansa smiles at him during meals, sits beside him during lessons, asks him questions about swords and horses. Robb treats him the same, as a brother, but now there's no guilt, no unspoken divide. Even the servants notice the shift in the household. Jon Snow is no longer the outcast. He's becoming a Stark. Winterfell, the gods would. 293 AC, 1 year after the betrothal. Jon is 10. Sansa is 7. They walk together through the godswood. Ghost, Jon's albino direwolf pup, trots beside them. Lady, Sansa's gray direwolf pup, walks beside her. "Jon, can I ask you something?" "Of course." "Mama says we're going to marry when I'm older. Is that true?" "That's true." "Why?" Because we're family, and your father thinks it's a good match, to keep the family strong." "Do you want to marry me?" Jon looks at her, 7 years old, innocent, trusting. "I want to protect you, Sansa. I want to make sure you're safe. If marrying you does that, then yes, I want to." Jon blinks. "Joffrey? Prince Joffrey? Have you met him?" "I think you're braver than any prince." Jon smiles. "Why?" "Because you protect Arya when the boys tease her, and you're nice to Bran even when he asks silly questions. And you don't care that I like songs and stories. You listen." "Of course I listen. You're my family. And soon I'll be your wife." Jon's chest tightens. The weight of it. The responsibility. "Yes, someday." Sansa takes his hand. Small, warm, trusting. "Then I'm glad, Jon. I'm glad we're promised." They walk together, hand in hand. Two children bound by a secret they don't fully understand. But the bond is forming, slowly, naturally, and in time it will become unbreakable. Winterfell, the training yard. 295 AC. 3 years after the betrothal. Jon is 12. Sansa is 9. Jon spars with Robb and Theon, all three using real steel now. Ser Roderick watches, calling corrections. Sansa sits in the gallery with Septa Mordane, embroidering, but her eyes keep drifting to the yard, to Jon. He moves like water, fast, precise. He disarms Theon, again. Theon curses. "How do you keep doing that?" "Practice, focus, and you talk too much." Robb laughs. "He's right, Theon. You telegraph every move." Theon throws down his sword. "I'm done. You Starks and your bloody seriousness." He storms off. Robb turns to Jon. "You're getting really good. Better than me. I've had good teachers." Jon looks up at the gallery, at Sansa. She waves, a small, shy gesture. Jon waves back. Robb notices. grins. You two are getting close. We're promised. Father says I need to be ready to protect her. It's more than that. You look at her differently now, like she matters. She does matter. I know, but I mean, you care about her. Not just as duty, as something else. Jon doesn't answer, because Robb is right. Somewhere between age 10 and 12, Jon stopped seeing Sansa as just his cousin, just his future wife. He started seeing her as Sansa, the girl who listens when he talks, who laughs at his bad jokes, who embroiders direwolves into his cloaks because she knows he likes them. The girl he's promised to, the girl he's starting to care about. That evening, Sansa brings Jon a gift. A new cloak, dark gray wool with a white direwolf embroidered on the shoulder. I made this for you. Septa Mordain helped with the stitching, but I did the wolf myself. Jon unfolds it. The embroidery is careful, detailed. Hours of work. Sansa, this is beautiful. Do you really like it? I love it. He puts it on. It fits perfectly. How did you know my size? I asked the seamstress, and I watched you, to see how tall you've gotten. Jon looks at her, really looks. She's growing up, not a little girl anymore. Taller, prettier, more confident. Thank you, Sansa. I'll wear it every day. Promise? Promise. She smiles, and Jon realizes he's falling for her. Slowly, without meaning to. But it's happening. Winterfell, the Great Hall, 296 AC, 4 years after the betrothal. A feast, celebrating the harvest. Northern lords and bannermen gathered. Jon is 13, Sansa is 10. Jon sits at the high table, no longer questioned, no longer stared at. He's Jon Snow, Ned Stark's nephew, betrothed to Sansa Stark. The lords have accepted it, some with confusion, some with shrugs. Securing the bastard's loyalty, they say, smart move. The direwolf embroidery visible. Lord Umber notices. That's fine work on your cloak, lad. Who made it? Lady Sansa. She'll keep you warm and well-dressed. The table laughs, good-natured, accepting. Sansa, seated beside Jon, blushes. Jon takes her hand under the table, squeezes gently. She squeezes back. Across the hall, Catelyn watches and smiles. The plan is working. Jon and Sansa are bonding, naturally. Genuinely, the secret is safe, the family is whole, and the Starks are stronger for it. Winterfell. Sansa's chamber, 297 AC. 5 years after the betrothal. Sansa is 11. She's had her first flowering. Septa Mordain congratulated her, explained what it means. You're a woman now, Sansa. Soon you'll be ready for marriage, for children, for your duties as a wife. Sansa sits at her window, looking out at the training yard. Jon is down there, 14 years old. Tall, lean, strong, sparring with Robb. She watches him move, watches him fight, watches him laugh when Robb makes a joke. Septa Mordain enters. Thinking about your future husband? Sansa doesn't deny it. Yes, he's a good match, child. Strong, honorable, kind. Not many girls get to marry men who are all three. I know. Do you love him? Sansa hesitates. I don't know what love is yet, but I care about him. I trust him. I want to be with him. That's a good start. Love will come in time. Sansa nods. Septa, when will we marry? Father hasn't said. When you're older, 14 perhaps. Or 15, when you're ready. I think I'm ready now. Septa Mordain smiles. Patience, child. These things take time. But when it happens, it will be right, and you'll be happy. I hope so. Winterfell, the gods would. 297 AC. That evening, Jon and Sansa walk together, as they often do now. Ghost and Lady trot beside them, both direwolves grown, large, protective. Jon, can I ask you something? Always. Do you ever wish things were different, that you weren't promised to me? Why would I wish that? Because you didn't choose this. Father chose it for you. And maybe you'd rather, I don't know, marry someone else, someone you picked. I was 9 when your father told me about the betrothal. I didn't understand it then. I just knew it meant I'd have a future, a place, a family. But now I understand more. And I don't wish it was different. I'm glad it's you. Why? Because you're kind, and you listen. and you see me. Not the bastard, not the secret, just me, Jon. And that's everything. Sansa's eyes shine. I see you too, and I'm glad it's you. They stand there, hands clasped, the heart tree watching, and for the first time Jon thinks about kissing her, about closing the distance between them. But he doesn't. She's 11, too young, and he's not ready, not yet. But someday, soon, they will be. Winterfell, the Great Hall, 298 AC, 6 years after the betrothal. A raven arrives. From King's Landing, Ned reads it in his solar. His face goes pale. He summons Catelyn. Immediately, she enters. Sees his expression. What is it? With the whole royal family? Cersei? The children? Jaime? Everyone. When? A month, maybe less. He's traveling slowly. Robert needs a new hand of the king. He's coming to ask me to serve. Will you accept? I don't know. I don't want to go south. I don't trust King's Landing. I don't trust Cersei. But Robert, he's my oldest friend. If he's asking, it's because he's desperate. Catelyn's mind races. And Jon? What about Jon? That's the problem. Robert will see Jon. He'll see how much he's grown, how much he looks like a Stark. And if Robert looks too closely, if he sees any hint of Targaryen, he won't. Jon looks like a Stark, dark hair, gray eyes. No one would suspect. He loved her. If he looks at Jon and sees anything, any echo of her face, her eyes, he'll wonder. And if he wonders, he'll ask questions. And if he asks questions, yes, Catelyn stands, paces. Then we prepare. We make sure Jon stays in the background. We don't draw attention to him. We keep him away from Robert as much as possible. If he hears Jon is promised to Sansa, we tell him the truth, that it's to secure Jon's loyalty, that it's a family arrangement, nothing more. A political alliance? Catelyn's voice is steel. Then we refuse. Sansa is promised. The betrothal is sealed. We will not break it. Ned looks at her. You've changed, Cat. 6 years ago you hated Jon. Now you'd fight to protect his future. Family. And I protect family. Ned embraces her. Thank you. Don't thank me yet. Robert is coming. And everything we've built, everything we've protected, is about to be tested. That night, Ned finds Jon sharpening his sword. Longclaw, a gift from Jorah Mormont after Jon helped capture a wildling raider the previous year. Jon, we need to talk. Jon sets down the sword. What's wrong? King Robert is coming to Winterfell in a few weeks with the royal family. Jon's stomach drops. The king. Here. Yes, and you need to be careful. Robert knew your mother, Lyanna. He loved her. If he looks at you and sees anything, any resemblance, any hint, he'll wonder. And we can't let him wonder. Don't draw attention. And if he asks about you, about why you're sitting at the high table, why you're betrothed to Sansa, let me answer, don't volunteer anything. Jon nods. I understand. And Jon? One more thing, Robert may try to offer a different match for Sansa. A southern match. Joffrey, perhaps. The prince. If he does, no. Jon's voice is hard. Certain. Sansa is mine. She's promised to me. I won't let anyone take her. Ned smiles. Sad. Proud. Good. Because I'm going to refuse him. And when I do, he'll be angry. Very angry. And things will get dangerous. For all of us. Then we face it together. As family. Winterfell. Sansa's chamber. The next morning, Catelyn tells Sansa the news. The king is coming. King Robert Baratheon. And his family. Including Prince Joffrey. And Sansa, listen to me carefully. The prince may try to court you, to impress you, to make you think he's a good match. But he's not. You're promised to Jon, and that promise stands. No matter what. I don't want to marry a prince. I want to marry Jon. Catelyn exhales in relief. Good. Because your father may have to refuse a royal marriage offer. And when he does, there will be consequences. Anger. Possibly danger. You need to be strong. And you need to stay close to Jon. He'll protect you. I will. And Sansa, one more thing. Don't mention Jon's parentage to anyone, not the king, not the prince, not even in private. The secret must stay secret. I promise, Mama. Catelyn kisses her forehead. Good girl. The King's Road. Approaching Winterfell 298 AC, 3 weeks later, the royal procession is massive. Hundreds of people, wagons, guards, banners. King Robert Baratheon rides at the front, fat, bearded, loud. Beside him, Queen Cersei Lannister, beautiful, cold, calculating. Behind them, their children. Prince Joffrey, 13 years old, golden-haired, arrogant. Prince Tommen, young, shy. And Jaime Lannister, the Kingslayer, Cersei's twin, the most dangerous man in Westeros. They approach Winterfell, the castle looming. Robert grins. Finally, gods, I've missed the north. The cold, the honesty, none of that southern flowery bullshit. Cersei's voice is ice. Yes, Robert. We're all thrilled to be freezing. Ned Stark waits, his household assembled. Catelyn, Robb, Sansa, Arya, Bran, Rickon, and Jon, standing beside Robb, wearing Sansa's cloak. The direwolf embroidery visible. Robert dismounts, sees Ned, grins wider. NDS, you haven't changed a bit. Still as grim as a gravestone. Ned smiles. And you've grown, your grace. Robert laughs, slaps his belly. Aye, the weight of the crown, or the weight of too much wine. Come here, you old bastard. He embraces Ned, hard, genuine. Then Robert's eyes scan the Stark children. These are yours. Gods, they've grown, and you, he looks at Catelyn. Lady Catelyn, still as beautiful as ever. Ned doesn't deserve you. Catelyn curtsies, your grace. Robert's eyes land on Sansa. He stares. That one, she's the image of her mother. Tully red hair, blue eyes, beautiful. Ned tenses. That's Sansa, your grace, my eldest daughter. Sansa. Robert nods. Good, strong name. We'll talk later, Ned. About the future, about alliances. His eyes drift to Jon, standing beside Robb. And who's this? Another son. Ned's voice is careful. That's Jon Snow, your grace. My nephew. My sister Lyanna's son. Robert freezes. Lyanna's son? Yes. I've raised him as my own. After she passed. Robert stares at Jon. Long, intense. Jon doesn't flinch, meets the king's gaze. And Robert sees Lyanna. In the set of Jon's jaw, the quiet strength, the gray eyes. But not Rhaegar. No silver hair, no violet eyes. Just stark features, just Ned's family. Robert's face softens. Lyanna's boy. Gods, I didn't know she had a son. She did. I've kept him safe, raised him well. Robert nods. Good. That's good. She'd be proud. He claps Ned on the shoulder. Come on, let's get inside. I need wine and meat and a warm fire. We have much to discuss. The royal party enters the castle. Jon exhales. The first test passed. But more will come, and not all of them will be as easy. Winterfell. The Great Hall, 298 AC. That evening, the welcoming feast. Hundreds gathered, northern lords, royal guests, servants rushing with platters of food and flagons of wine. King Robert sits at the high table beside Ned, already drunk, laughing, telling stories of Robert's rebellion. And then Ned here, grim as death itself, rides into the throne room covered in blood. I thought he was going to challenge me for the crown, but no. He just wanted to know where Lyanna was. Always Lyanna with you, Ned? Ned forces a smile. She was my sister, Robert. Of course I wanted to find her. Aye, and we did find her. But too late, too late. Robert drinks deeply, his face darkening. She should have been my queen. We'd have ruled together, had sons together, strong sons. Not, he glances at Joffrey seated further down the table, doesn't finish the sentence. Cersei's face is ice, she heard. The Stark children sit together, Robb beside Sansa, Sansa beside Jon, Arya beside Bran. Jon wears Sansa's cloak, the white direwolf embroidery visible in the torchlight. Across the table, Prince Joffrey notices. His eyes narrow. Why is the bastard sitting at the high table? Sansa's voice is quiet but firm. He's not a bastard. He's my father's nephew, Lord Eddard's blood. A bastard is a bastard. Nephew or not, he shouldn't be seated with trueborn nobility. Jon's jaw tightens, but he says nothing. Ned's warning echoes, stay quiet, don't draw attention. Robb leans forward. Jon is family. He sits where he belongs. Joffrey's eyes flick to the dire wolf on Jon's cloak. And he wears your sister's favor. How quaint. Your servant? Jon's hand clenches under the table. Sansa reaches over, places her hand on his. Gentle, calming. He's my betrothed. Joffrey's face goes red. You're what? My betrothed. We're promised. Have been for 6 years. Joffrey stands, loud, drawing attention. You're betrothed? To a bastard? Ned, what is the boy talking about? Ned sets down his cup. Calm. Controlled. Sansa is betrothed to Jon Snow, Your Grace. It was arranged 6 years ago. A family matter. Processing through the wine. You betrothed your daughter to your nephew? The bastard? Jon is my blood. Lyanna's son. I'm raising him to rule a holdfast in Sansa's name, to keep the North strong. It's a practical arrangement. Cersei's voice cuts through. Practical? Lord Stark, surely you're not serious. Sansa is a lovely girl. Beautiful, intelligent. She could marry a great lord, a prince even. And you've tied her to a bastard? Catelyn speaks, her voice steel. Jon is family, Your Grace. He is my nephew by marriage. The betrothal is settled. We will not break it. Robert looks between Ned and Catelyn, then at Jon, then at Sansa. A bastard and a lady, that's unusual. But legal, Ned says, and final. Joffrey's voice is shrill. This is ridiculous. Mother, tell them Sansa should marry me. I'm the prince, the heir to the Iron Throne, not some northern bastard. Sansa's grip on Jon's hand tightens. She looks at Joffrey. I'm promised to Jon, I don't want to marry you. Joffrey's face twists. Ugly, furious. You dare refuse me. I'm already promised. That's not a refusal. It's a fact. Robert laughs. Sudden, booming. She's got spirit. I like that. Reminds me of Lyanna. She told me to my face she'd never marry me, he sobbers. Looks at Ned. But Joff has a point. A marriage between our houses would unite the North and South. Heal old wounds. It's a strong alliance. Ned's voice doesn't waver. Sansa is promised, Robert. I won't break a 6-year betrothal. Not for politics. Not for anything. Robert's smile fades. You'd refuse your king for a bastard? I'd honor my word and my family. Yes. Silence. Tense. Dangerous. Robert stares at Ned. Ned stares back. Finally, Robert laughs again. But there's no humor in it. Fine, fine. Keep your daughter married to the bastard. But you're still coming south with me, Ned. I need a hand I can trust. And you're the only one left. Your Grace, No arguments. Jon Arryn is dead. Poisoned, I think. I don't trust anyone in King's Landing. I need you. We'll talk more tomorrow. In private. Robert drains his cup, stands. I'm going to bed, before I say something I regret. He storms out. Cersei follows, her face a mask of fury. Joffrey remains standing, glaring at Jon. You'll regret this, bastard. No one refuses me. No one. He leaves. Slamming the door, the hall erupts in whispers. Jon looks at Sansa. Are you all right? Yes. Are you? I'm fine. But his hand is shaking. Adrenaline. Anger. Fear. Ned leans over. You both handled that well. But it's not over. Cersei won't forget this insult, neither will Joffrey. We need to be careful. Jon nods. I will be. But even as he says it, he knows the danger has only just begun. Winterfell. The training yard. The next morning, Jon wakes early. Needs to move. To burn off the tension from last night. He finds Robb and Theon already in the yard, sparring. Jon, come. I need someone who can actually challenge me. Robb grins. Jon picks up a practice sword. They square up. They fight. Fast. Hard. Jon's better than he was even a year ago. Faster. Stronger. More confident. He disarms Robb within minutes. Gods, Jon, when did you get so good? When I had something worth protecting. Jon glances toward the castle, toward where Sansa is still sleeping. Robb understands. The betrothal changed you, made you sharper, hungrier. It gave me a future. I'm not going to let anyone take that away. A voice from the gate. How touching. The bastard has found his purpose. They turn. Joffrey stands there, in fine clothes, not training gear. The hound, Sandor Clegane, beside him. Come to watch, Your Grace? Robb asks. Polite, cool. No, I've come to test the bastard's skill, to see if he's worthy of Lady Sansa's hand. Jon sets down his practice sword. I don't need to prove anything to you. Afraid? No. Cautious. I know what you're trying to do. And what's that? Start a fight. Humiliate me. Make Sansa doubt me. It won't work. Joffrey's eyes flash. I challenge you, right here, right now. Let's see if you can fight as well as you can talk. Ser Roderick Cassel approaches. Your Grace, this isn't wise. You're a prince. Jon is a bastard. Who needs to be put in his place? Joffrey draws his sword. Lion's tooth. Real steel. Sharp. Jon doesn't move. I won't fight you with real swords. Then you're a coward. I'm smart. If I hurt you, your mother will have me killed. If you hurt me, it solves your problem. This isn't a fair fight. It's a trap. Joffrey steps closer. Draw your sword, or I'll cut you down where you stand. The hound shifts. Uneasy. Boy, this isn't... Shut up, dog. Joffrey swings at Jon. Fast, wild. Jon dodges. Barely. No weapon. Just instinct. Joffrey swings again. Jon rolls. Grabs a practice sword from the rack. Wood against steel. Not ideal, but it's something. They circle. Joffrey attacking. Jon defending. Blocking. Deflecting. A crowd gathers. Servants. Guards. Northern lords. And Sansa, running from the castle. Stop, both of you, stop. Jon sidesteps. Uses the practice sword to hook Joffrey's wrist. Twists. Lion's tooth falls. Clatters on the ground. Jon kicks it away, points his wooden sword at Joffrey's throat. Yield. Joffrey's face is purple. Rage and humiliation. You dare. I said yield. The crowd is silent, everyone watching. Joffrey looks around, sees the witnesses. The northern lords nodding in approval. Sees Sansa standing there, watching Jon. Not him. I yield. He spits the words. Jon lowers the sword, steps back. Joffrey grabs Lion's tooth, storms toward Sansa. You choose him over me, a bastard who fights with sticks? Sansa's voice is clear, loud. For everyone to hear, I choose Jon because he's honorable, kind, brave. You're a bully and a coward. I would never choose you. For a moment it looks like he might strike her. Jon is there, instantly, between them. Touch her and die. You'll pay for this, all of you. My mother will hear about this. When they're gone, Sansa turns to Jon. Are you all right? I'm fine, are you? You defended me again. Always. She hugs him, right there, in front of everyone. Thank you. Jon holds her, aware of the eyes watching, the whispers starting, but he doesn't care she's safe. That's all that matters. Robb approaches. That was impressive, but you just made an enemy of the future king. Jon looks toward where Joffrey disappeared. I already had one. Now he just knows I won't back down. Cersei's chambers. That afternoon, Cersei sits with Jaime, her face cold, furious. The bastard humiliated Joffrey in front of half the north. My son, the prince, beaten by a bastard. Jaime pours wine. The boy is skilled. I watched from the window. He's been well trained. I don't care how skilled he is. He's a bastard who dared to refuse my son, to steal the Stark girl. This cannot stand. What do you want me to do? Cersei's eyes are ice. I want him removed before we leave Winterfell. An accident, hunting, training. I don't care. Just make sure he doesn't leave this castle alive. Jaime hesitates. Cersei, killing Ned Stark's nephew will start a war. So will letting a bastard insult the crown. Robert may accept this betrothal, but I won't. Sansa Stark is beautiful, intelligent, perfect for Joffrey, and I will not let some northern bastard steal that match. And if we're caught, we won't be. You're the Kingslayer. You've done worse. This is just one more body. Jaime looks at his sister, the woman he loves, the woman who drives him to terrible things. Fine, I'll arrange it. But this is the last time, Cersei. After this, no more. We're getting reckless. After this, we won't need to. The bastard will be dead, Sansa will be available, and Joffrey will have his bride. Cersei smiles, cold. Victorious, and Jon Snow's life hangs by a thread. Winterfell. The gods would, that evening, Jon and Sansa walk together, as they do every evening. Ghost and Lady beside them, both dire wolves grown large now, protective. You shouldn't have challenged Joffrey, Sansa says. Now he hates you even more. He challenged me. I just defended myself. He humiliated himself by attacking with real steel, by being so easily disarmed. Sansa stops walking, looks at Jon. I'm worried. Joffrey is a prince, Cersei is queen. They have power. What if they try to hurt you? They might. Probably will. Then maybe you should leave. Go to one of the holdfasts, somewhere safe until they're gone. Jon shakes his head. I'm not leaving you. Not while they're here. Joffrey looked at you like you were a prize he deserved. I won't let him near you. He can't force me to marry him. Father would never allow it. Your father can't protect you if Robert overrules him. The king's word is law. If Robert orders the match, then we'll refuse. Together, father said the betrothal is final. He won't break it. Jon takes her hands. Sansa, listen to me. If things go wrong, if Cersei or Joffrey do something, you need to promise me you'll be careful. Stay close to your mother, to Robb. Don't trust anyone from the south. I promise. But Jon, the same goes for you. Please, be careful. I can't lose you. You won't. He squeezes her hands. We're promised, remember? That means I'm coming back to you, always. She looks up at him, 12 years old, but her eyes are older, wiser. Do you love me, Jon? The question catches him off guard. Sansa, you don't have to answer now. I know we're young. I know this was arranged, but I need to know, someday could you love me, really love me? Jon looks at her, at the girl who's been by his side for 6 years, the girl who embroidered his cloak, who defended him at the feast, who trusts him completely. I already do, he says quietly. I think I have for a while now. I just didn't know how to say it. Sansa smiles, tears in her eyes. I love you too. I have since I was 9, when you taught me to ride, when you caught me when I fell. They stand there, close, the heart tree watching. Jon leans down slowly, giving her time to pull away. She doesn't. Their lips meet, soft, brief, a first kiss. When they pull apart, both are breathing fast, hearts pounding. Sansa's voice is a whisper. Yeah, they smile at each other, shy, happy. And for a moment, the danger doesn't matter. Cersei doesn't matter. Joffrey doesn't matter. They're just Jon and Sansa, promised in love, together, Winterfell. The Wolfswood, the next day, a hunting party. Robert insists, needs to get out of the castle, away from Cersei. Ned rides with him, Robb, Theon, Jon, and Jaime Lannister, who volunteered to join, to see the famous northern woods. They track a boar, large, dangerous. Jon rides beside Robb. Alert, something feels wrong. Ghost runs ahead, sniffing, tracking. Suddenly, Ghost stops, growls, looking toward a thicket. What is it, boy? Jon dismounts, approaches. An arrow flies from the trees, aimed at Jon's chest. Ghost leaps, takes the arrow in his shoulder, yelps, falls. Ghost! Jon runs to the direwolf. More arrows. 3, 4, from different angles. Ambush, Ned shouts. Get down! They scatter, taking cover behind trees. Jon pulls the arrow from Ghost's shoulder. The direwolf whines but lives. The arrow didn't hit deep. Robb is beside Jon, sword drawn. Who's shooting? I don't know. But they're targeting me, not you, not the king. Another arrow. This one grazes Jon's arm. He hisses. Pain. Jaime appears. Sword drawn. Stay here. I'll find them. He disappears into the trees. Moments later, sounds of fighting. Steel on steel. A scream. Silence. Jaime returns, dragging a body. A man in nondescript hunting clothes. Dead. Assassin. Hired blade. He had Lannister gold on him. Jaime drops the body. Looks at Jon. Someone paid him to kill you. Jon's blood runs cold. Who? Jaime's face is unreadable. I have suspicions, but no proof. Ned approaches, sees the body, the gold. We burn this, now. And we tell no one. If Robert finds out there was an assassination attempt in his hunting party, he'll execute half the castle trying to find the culprit. Agreed. Jaime looks at Jon. You have enemies, boy. Powerful ones. Watch your back. Bury the evidence. But Jon knows. Cersei tried to kill him. And she'll try again. Winterfell. Ned's solar. That night. Ned, Catelyn, and Jon meet privately. Cersei is behind this, Catelyn says. She has to be. Who else would hire an assassin? We can't prove it, Ned says. And even if we could, Robert wouldn't believe us. He's blind when it comes to Cersei. Jon's voice is hard. Then what do? Wait for the next arrow? The next hired blade? Now, before Cersei can try again? Leave? Where? Anywhere. A holdfast. White Harbor. Somewhere she can't reach you. At least until the royal party is gone. No. Jon's voice is firm. I'm not leaving Sansa. Not while Joffrey is here. Jon, you can't protect Sansa if you're dead. And I can't live with myself if something happens to her because I wasn't here. Catelyn speaks. Sansa is safe. She's in the castle, surrounded by guards. Family. Cersei won't touch her, but you're vulnerable. You're a bastard. No one will miss you if you disappear. That's why you're the target. We'll just have to be more careful. Keep guards on me, keep me away from the royal family. But I'm not leaving. Ned sighs. You're as stubborn as your mother, and as honorable as my uncle. I learned from the best. Catelyn stands, walks to Jon, places a hand on his cheek. Then we protect you, all of us. Guards, family, direwolves, whatever it takes. You're not dying in Winterfell. I won't allow it. Jon nods. Thank you, Aunt Cat. She smiles, sad, proud. You're a good man, Jon Snow. Sansa is lucky to have you. I'm the lucky one. Winterfell. The Great Hall, 2 days later. Robert makes an announcement. Drunk. Loud. Ned, my friend, my brother, I need you in King's Landing. As my hand. Say yes, damn you. Ned stands. Your Grace, I'm honored, but my place is in the north, with my family. Your family can come with you. Bring the girls. They'll love the capital, the tournaments, the dresses, Sansa is betrothed. She stays here, with Jon. Robert's face darkens. Still on about that bastard, are you? He's my nephew. And Sansa's future husband. They stay in the north. What if I command you to bring her? What if I order the betrothal broken? Ned's voice is steel. Then I refuse. As is my right, the betrothal is legal, binding, and I will not break it, not for politics, not for you. Robert's face goes purple. You'd defy your king. I'd honor my family, my word, my house, yes. Silence. The hall frozen. Robert stares at Ned. Ned stares back. Finally, Robert laughs. Bitter, angry. Fine, fine. Keep your daughter here, but you're still coming south. I need you, Ned. I'm drowning in vipers. Littlefinger, Varys, Pycelle. I can't trust any of them. I need an honest man, the last honest man, you. Ned closes his eyes. The weight of it, the duty. If I come south, I come alone. My family stays here. All of them. Deal. Robert drains his cup. We leave in a week. Get your affairs in order. Ned nods, sits. Catelyn grips his hand under the table. Terrified, he's leaving, going to King's Landing, the most dangerous place in Westeros, and they'll be apart, for the first time in their marriage. Winterfell, the Godswood. That night, Sansa finds Jon sitting beneath the heart tree, ghost beside him, the direwolf's shoulder bandaged but healing. Jon, father told me he's going south, to King's Landing. I know, and he's going alone, leaving us here. That's what he wants, to keep us safe, away from Cersei, from the Lannisters. Sansa sits beside him. I'm scared. King's Landing is dangerous. What if something happens to him? What if... Your father is the smartest, most honorable man I know. He'll survive. He has to. But you don't believe that. Jon looks at her. No, I don't. I think he's walking into a trap, and I think Cersei is going to do everything she can to destroy him. Then why is he going? Because Robert asked, and your father can't refuse his king, even when he should. Sansa's eyes fill with tears. This is all my fault. If I wasn't betrothed to you, father wouldn't have refused Robert. He wouldn't have angered Cersei. He wouldn't have to go south to fix things. Jon takes her hands. This is not your fault. Cersei would have found another reason to hate us. Another excuse to strike. She's a viper. It's what vipers do. What do? We stay strong. We trust your father, and we prepare for the worst. Because if things go wrong in King's Landing, if Cersei moves against him, we'll need to act fast. How? I don't know yet. but I'll figure it out, I promise." Sansa leans against him. He puts his arm around her. They sit in silence, the heart tree watching, the old gods silent, and both know everything is about to change. The King's Road, heading south. 1 week later, Ned rides with the royal party, leaving Winterfell behind. He looks back once, sees the castle, his home, his family. Catelyn watching from the battlements. Sansa and Jon beside her, Robb holding Rickon, Arya waving. His heart aches. He doesn't want to leave, doesn't want to abandon them. But duty calls, and Ned Stark always answers duty, even when it leads him to his death. Winterfell, the training yard. 2 months later, ravens have come from King's Landing. Ned writes regularly, updating Catelyn on the capital, the politics, the dangers. Jon reads the letters over Catelyn's shoulder. Worried, he sounds tired, stressed. He is. King's Landing is eating him alive. Catelyn folds the letter. He's discovered something about the royal children. He won't say what, but he's investigating. Jon's stomach drops. If he's investigating the Lannisters, then he's in danger. Yes, we should bring him home. Send Robb, send an army, extract him before he finishes his duty. Ned won't leave until his task is done. You know that. Jon paces. Then we prepare, gather men, quietly, just in case. Catelyn nods. I'll talk to Robb. We'll call the banners. Suddenly. Tell them it's for defense, for training. But we'll be ready. If Ned needs us, we'll ride south. Jon looks toward King's Landing, hundreds of miles away. Hold on, Uncle. We're coming if you need us. King's Landing, the Red Keep. That same night, Ned sits in his solar, letters spread before him. He's found it, the proof. Joffrey, Myrcella, and Tommen are not Robert's children. They're Jaime's, bastards born of incest. He has to tell Robert, has to expose Cersei. But he knows what will happen. Robert will kill Cersei, kill the children, plunge the realm into war. And Ned can't let that happen. Can't let innocent children die for their parents' sins. So he makes a choice, a merciful choice, a foolish choice. He goes to Cersei, privately, warns her, I know the truth, about your children, about Jaime. I'm giving you a chance. Take your children, flee to Casterly Rock, before Robert returns from his hunt, before he finds out. Cersei's face is ice. And what makes you think I'll run? Because if you don't, you'll die, and so will they. Or, Cersei steps closer. You'll die, and I'll keep my throne, my children will keep their crowns, and the North will learn what happens when you threaten a Lannister. Ned's blood runs cold. Cersei, don't. You should have stayed in Winterfell, Lord Stark. You should have kept your bastard nephew married to your daughter and minded your own business. But you came south. You stuck your nose where it didn't belong, and now you'll pay the price. She leaves, smiling. Ned sits, alone, realizing his mistake. He just signed his own death warrant. King's Landing, the throne room. 3 days later, Robert is dead, killed by a boar on a hunt. The wine was too strong. Lancel admits he gave the king triple-strength wine. On Cersei's orders, but there's no proof, just suspicion. Joffrey sits on the Iron Throne, crowned king. Ned stands before him, under guard. Lord Eddard Stark, you are accused of treason, of plotting to steal my throne, of falsely claiming I am not King Robert's son. How do you plead? Ned's voice is steady. I plead that you are not Robert's son, that you are a bastard born of incest, and that the true heir is Stannis Baratheon. The crowd gasps. Joffrey's face goes purple. Treason! Lies! You dare! I dare speak the truth. Something you'll never hear in this city of liars. Cersei stands. Lord Stark, confess your treason, swear fealty to King Joffrey, and I will allow you to take the black, to live out your days at the wall. Refuse, and you die. Ned looks at her, at Joffrey, at the Lannister guards surrounding him. He thinks of Catelyn, of his children, of Jon and Sansa promised and in love. He thinks of Robert, of Lyanna, of all the promises he's kept. And he makes a choice. I will not bend the knee to a bastard born of incest. I will not swear to a false king. Do what you will. The North remembers, and the North does not forget. Joffrey stands. Then I sentence you to death. Sir Eiland, bring me his head. Cersei's eyes widen. Joffrey, wait. No, he insulted me. He called me a bastard. He dies now. Sir Island Payne draws ice. Ned's own sword, Valyrian steel. Ned kneels, resigned. At peace. He thinks of Jon, of the secret he's kept for 15 years, of the boy he raised as a son. Tell Jon, Ned whispers to Varys, standing nearby. Tell him the truth. Tell him everything. He deserves to know. Varys nods, silent. Ice falls. Eddard Stark is dead, and the North will remember. Winterfell. The Great Hall. 1 week later, the Raven arrives. Black wings, black news. Catelyn reads it. Her face goes white. The letter falls from her hands. Robb picks it up. Reads. His face hardens. Father is dead. Executed by Joffrey's order. Silence, stunned, disbelieving. Then Catelyn screams, a sound of pure anguish. Collapsing, Sansa catches her, holds her, both sobbing. Jon stands frozen. Ned, his uncle, the man who raised him, protected him, loved him. Dead. Robb's voice is ice. Call the banners, all of them. Every house sworn to Stark. We're going to war. In blood, Robb, we can't, we can, and we will. Robb's eyes are hard, unyielding. I'm riding south with every man we can muster, and I'm bringing Father's body home, and I'm taking Joffrey's head. Jon grabs his arm. If you ride south, the Lannisters will kill you too. This is what they want. Chaos, war, an excuse to destroy the North. Then what do you suggest? We do nothing? No. We prepare, we plan. We strike smart, not angry. Jon's voice steadies. Your father taught you that honor is important, but so is survival. We can't avenge him if we're dead. Robb hesitates, then nods. Fine. We plan, but we will have vengeance. For Father, for the North, for our family. Jon nods. Agreed. But first, we protect what's ours. Winterfell, Sansa, the North. Then we make the Lannisters pay. Catelyn looks up, tears streaming. Ned would want you to be smart, both of you, not reckless. Promise me. Promise me you won't throw your lives away. Robb kneels, takes her hands. I promise we'll be smart, we'll be careful, but we will have justice. Justice, Catelyn whispers. Yes, justice. She looks at Jon, at Sansa. You too. You're still promised, still bound. Ned arranged that betrothal to protect Jon, to keep the secret safe. Now more than ever, we need to honor that. Do you understand? Sansa nods. Yes, Mother. Jon nods. I understand. Good. Catelyn stands, wipes her eyes. Then we prepare, we mourn, and we plan. The Lannisters think they've won. They think the North will bend. They're wrong. Winter is coming, and the wolves will have their vengeance. The Great Hall echoes with her words, and every Stark present knows the war has begun, and blood will answer blood. Winterfell. The War Room, 298 AC. 2 weeks after Ned's death, maps spread across the table. The North, the Riverlands, the Westerlands, King's Landing. Robb stands at the head. 18 years old. King in the North now, whether he wants it or not. Around him, Catelyn, Jon, the great Jon Umber, Mage Mormont, Roose Bolton, Rickard Karstark, the Lords of the North. The Lannisters have 60,000 men, Roose Bolton says, his voice quiet, cold, split between Jaime's army in the Riverlands and Tywin's force near Harrenhal. We have 20,000. We're outnumbered 3-1. The great Jon slams his fist on the table. Numbers don't matter. We're Northmen. We'll cut through those southern knights like butter. Bravery doesn't win wars, Jon says quietly. Strategy does. Father taught us that. Robb looks at him. What do you suggest? Jon studies the map. We don't march on King's Landing. Not yet. We march to River Run. Uncle Edmure is under siege by Jaime Lannister. We break the siege. Save the Riverlands. Force Jaime to split his forces. Then we pick him apart piece by piece. But it leaves King's Landing untouched. Joffrey unpunished. For now, we can't take King's Landing without a fleet, without siege weapons, without support. But we can hurt the Lannisters. Make them bleed, make them regret killing Father. Robb's jaw tightens. I want Joffrey's head. I want to look Cersei in the eye when I tell her she's lost. You will. But first, we survive. then we win. Then we take revenge. Catelyn speaks. Jon is right. We need allies. The Riverlands, the Vale, perhaps even the Tyrells if we can convince them. We can't do this alone. Then we march to Riverrun. Robb decides. We save Uncle Edmure. We bloody Jaime Lannister's nose. And we show the South that the North remembers. Swords raised. The North remembers. Jon doesn't cheer. He looks at the map, at King's Landing, at the twins where the Freys sit, waiting, watching. Something feels wrong. But he can't place it. Winterfell, Sansa's chamber. That night, Sansa sits at her window, watching the courtyard below, soldiers preparing, sharpening weapons, loading wagons. War is coming, and Robb is leading it. Jon enters, quiet. Can I come in? Of course. He sits beside her. Robb is marching south tomorrow with the army to fight the Lannisters. I know. He asked me to come with him, to be one of his commanders. Sansa's breath catches. Are you going? But, I'll be safe here. Mother is here, Bran and Rickon. The guards. I'll be fine. Then Mother will protect me, and I'll protect myself. Father taught me to be strong, to be a Stark. I won't let the Lannisters scare me. Jon looks at her. 12 years old, but speaking with the courage of a woman grown. When did you get so brave? When I realized I couldn't depend on knights and princes to save me, I had to save myself. She smiles sadly. There are no heroes, just people doing their best. You're wrong. There are heroes. You're one of them. And alone. And I keep thinking, what if you don't come back? What if the Lannisters kill you like they killed Father? Jon pulls her close. I'll come back. I promise. This isn't goodbye. It's just temporary. I'll fight. We'll win. And I'll come home to you and we'll marry and we'll have the life we planned. You can't promise that. No one can. I can because I love you and I'm not letting the Lannisters take anything else from us. Not Father, not our future, nothing. Please be careful, please. I will, I swear it. They hold each other, the night stretching around them. And in the morning, Jon will ride to war, and Sansa will stay behind, and both will pray to the old gods that they survive what's coming. The King's Road. Marching south, 1 week later, 20,000 Northmen march, banners flying, direwolves, umbers, Karstarks, Mormonts, Glovers. Jon rides beside Robb, Ghost loping alongside. You're quiet, Robb says, thinking. About Sansa? Always, but also about the war, about what happens after we beat Jaime. We march on King's Landing, we take the city, we execute Joffrey and Cersei. And then what? The realm fractures, Stannis claims the throne, the Tyrells back Renly, the Greyjoys declare independence, Westeros tears itself apart. So what do you suggest? I don't know yet, but I think, Jon pauses, choosing his words carefully, I think we need to be more than just avengers. We need to be builders, leaders. If we just destroy the Lannisters and leave, someone worse might take their place. Someone like who? Like Littlefinger, or Varys, or any of the Vipers in King's Landing who see chaos as opportunity. Robb is silent, thinking. Father always said the lone wolf dies, but the pack survives. Maybe that's the key. We don't fight alone. We build a pack. Allies, friends, people we can trust. Exactly. Then we start with the Riverlands. We save Uncle Edmure. We marry into the Tullys, strengthen the alliance. And after that, we see what the realm gives us, and we adapt. They ride on, the road stretching ahead, the war waiting, the Whispering Wood near Riverrun. 2 weeks later, the Northern Army catches Jaime Lannister's force by surprise. At night, in the woods, Robb's plan is brilliant, simple, effective. Split the army, half attacks from the front, half flanks from behind. Trap Jaime between them. Jon leads the flanking force, 2,000 men, silent, deadly. They wait in the trees, watching Jaime's camp, torches flickering, guards drinking. Overconfident, now, Jon whispers. They charge, screaming. Winterfell, the North remembers. The Lannister camp explodes into chaos. Men scrambling for weapons, horses panicking. Jon fights on Ghost's back, the direwolf tearing through Lannister soldiers. Jon's sword, a castle-forged blade, not Valyrian steel but good steel, cutting down anyone who stands against him. He sees Jaime Lannister, golden armor, white cloak, fighting 3 Northmen at once. Jon rides toward him. "Jaime Lannister!" Jaime turns. Sees Jon. Recognition, the bastard from Winterfell. "Come to die. Come to capture you." They clash, swords ringing. Jaime is good, one of the best swordsmen in Westeros. But Jon is faster, younger, angrier. He feints left. Jaime blocks. Jon kicks Jaime's knee. Jaime stumbles. Jon's blade at his throat. Yield. Jaime laughs. Bitter. The Kingslayer, captured by a bastard. How poetic. "I'm not a bastard. I'm Jon Snow, Lord Eddard's nephew, and you're my prisoner." Jaime drops his sword. "I yield." The battle is over. Jaime's army routed. 2,000 Lannister soldiers dead or captured. The North has won its first victory. River Run, the Great Hall. The next day, Robb sits with Edmure Tully, Brynden Blackfish Tully, Catelyn. Jaime Lannister kneels before them in chains. "Jaime Lannister," Robb says, "the Kingslayer, the man who threw my brother Bran from a tower, the man whose sister killed my father. You've done the North great harm." Jaime's voice is defiant. "I've done what I had to do. For family, for love. You do the same. I'd never murder a child or execute an innocent man. Your father wasn't innocent. He was plotting treason, trying to steal Joffrey's throne." Jon steps forward. "Joffrey has no throne. He's a bastard, born of incest. Your son, Jaime. Yours and Cersei's white. You can't prove that. We don't need to prove it to you. We know. Father knew. That's why Cersei killed him, to silence the truth. Edmure speaks. We should execute him, for Bran, for Ned, for justice." Catelyn's voice cuts through. "No, we keep him alive. He's our leverage. If we kill him, Cersei will execute Sansa and Arya." Robb blinks. "Arya? Sansa? They're in Winterfell." "No." Catelyn's voice breaks. "I received a raven this morning. The Lannisters have Sansa. They captured her when Ned was arrested. She's in King's Landing, a hostage. And Arya is missing. She disappeared during the chaos. No one knows where she is." Jon's world stops. "Sansa. The Lannisters have Sansa. Yes. Then we march on King's Landing. Now, we can't." Catelyn grabs his arm. "If we march, they'll kill her. If we execute Jaime, they'll kill her. Our only leverage is keeping Jaime alive. As long as he lives, Sansa lives." Jon's hands shake. Rage, fear, helplessness. "I promised to protect her. I promised I'd come back. And now she's in their hands, being tortured, But we need to be smart, not rash." Robb looks at Jon. "We'll get her back. I swear it. But Mother's right. We need a plan." Jon closes his eyes, breathes, forces calm. "Fine, what's the plan? We trade Jaime for Sansa, a daughter for a brother. Cersei will accept." Jaime laughs. "You think my sister cares about me? She'll let you keep me and kill your daughter anyway, out of spite. Someone both sides trust." "Who?" Edmure asks. Catelyn thinks, "Tyrion Lannister, he's Jaime's brother. He has no love for Cersei, and he was kind to the Stark girls when they were at Winterfell. If anyone can negotiate, it's him." "Where is Tyrion?" "With Tywin's army, near Harrenhal, we send a raven. Request a parley. Offer the trade." Robb nods. "Do it. Send the raven. If Tyrion agrees to meet, we negotiate. If he refuses." He looks at Jaime. "Then we find another way." Jaime is dragged away, back to the dungeons. Jon stands alone, staring at nothing. Sansa, his Sansa, in King's Landing. In Cersei's hands, he failed her, broke his promise, left her unprotected. And now she's paying the price. River Run. The War Council, 3 days later. A raven arrives, from Tyrion Lannister. Catelyn reads it aloud. "I will meet neutral ground. The Crossroads Inn, in 1 week. Come alone or with small escort. I will do the same. We will talk. Tyrion Lannister." Robb looks at Jon. "You should go. You're betrothed to Sansa. You have the most reason to negotiate for her. And you're the king in the North. You should be there, to show we're serious." Then we both go, with Mother, and a small guard, 10 men. Catelyn nods. "Agreed. We leave tomorrow." The Crossroads Inn. 1 week later, Jon, Robb, and Catelyn arrive with 10 northern guards, waiting outside the inn. Tyrion Lannister arrives from the opposite direction, with Bronn, a sellsword. and 10 Lannister guards. They meet in the middle, the inn between them. Tyrion looks at Jon. "The bastard from Winterfell. I remember you, you've grown. I'm not a bastard, I'm Jon Snow, Lord Eddard's nephew, betrothed to Sansa Stark." Tyrion's eyebrows rise. Betrothed? Well, that explains why you're here. You want your bride back. I want her safe, away from your sister. My sister is a viper, but she's not stupid. She knows Sansa is valuable. As long as you have Jaime, Sansa lives. It's simple economics. Robb steps forward. We're offering a trade. Jaime for Sansa, brother for daughter. Clean, simple. Tyrion tilts his head. "And what guarantee do I have that you won't execute Jaime the moment you have Sansa back?" "My word," Robb says. "And my mother's. We're Starks. We keep our oaths. Your father kept his oath. And look where it got him. Dead on the Sept steps. Jon's sword is half drawn before Catelyn stops him. Easy, boy. I'm not mocking Ned Stark. I'm stating facts. Honorable men die in King's Landing. It's what the city does." Catelyn's voice is ice. "Will you make the trade or not?" Unpredictable, especially when it comes to Jaime. "Tell her this," Jon says. "Tell her if she harms Sansa, if she touches one hair on her head, I will kill Jaime. Slowly, painfully, and I will make sure she hears every scream." Surprisingly dark for a Stark. "I'm half Stark, the other half is dragon, and dragons protect what's theirs." Tyrion's eyes narrow. "Dragon? What does that mean?" Jon doesn't answer, just stares. Tyrion clears his throat. "Right. Well, I'll deliver your message. Expect a raven in 2 weeks. If Cersei agrees, we'll arrange the exchange. If she refuses," he shrugs, "then we're all doomed to keep bleeding each other until there's no one left." He turns, rides away with his guards. Robb looks at Jon. "Dragons? What was that about? And if Cersei forgets, I'll make her remember." Catelyn says nothing, but she knows. Jon is talking about his Targaryen blood. The secret Ned died protecting. And if that secret comes out, if the realm learns Jon is Rhaegar's son, everything changes. Riverrun. 2 weeks later, the raven arrives. From King's Landing. Catelyn opens it, reads. Her face hardens. Cersei agrees. The trade happens in 1 month. At the Twins, Walder Frey will oversee neutral ground. Jaime crosses. Sansa crosses. Both sides withdraw. Robb exhales. Finally, we get Sansa back. Walder Frey, I don't trust him. He's sworn to the Tullys. To us, he'll honor the agreement. Will he? Father always said the Freys are opportunists. They'll side with whoever offers the most. What if the Lannisters offer him more than we can? Catelyn's face pales. Jon has a point. Walder Frey is not honorable. He's pragmatic. We need insurance. Like what? Like a marriage pact. Robb, you're unmarried. Walder has daughters, granddaughters. Offer him a match. Bind him to us with blood. Then he can't betray us without losing the alliance. Robb grimaces. Marry a Frey? Mother, you're a king. Kings make sacrifices. If marrying a Frey keeps Sansa safe and ensures Walder's loyalty, you do it. I think Mother's right. We need Walder on our side. And if a marriage does that, you should agree. But, he pauses. Be careful. Make sure the terms are clear. Make sure Walder knows that if he betrays us, the North will destroy him. Agreed. Robb nods. Send a raven to the Twins. Tell Walder Frey I'll marry one of his daughters or granddaughters in exchange for his loyalty and safe passage for the exchange. See if he accepts. Sends it. 3 days later, Walder's response arrives. Accepted. The king in the North will marry my granddaughter Rosalind Frey. The wedding will occur after the exchange. At the Twins, I will ensure both the trade and the wedding proceed smoothly. Lord Walder Frey, Robb exhales. It's done. We have our guarantee. Jon looks at the letter. Something still feels wrong, but he can't place it. So he says nothing, and the pieces continue to fall into place. The Twins. 1 month later, the day of the exchange. The bridge between the 2 towers. Walder Frey's castle straddling the Green Fork. On one side, Jon, Robb, Catelyn, and 100 northern soldiers, Jaime Lannister in chains between them. On the other side, Tyrion Lannister, Cersei's representative, and 100 Lannister soldiers, Sansa Stark between them. Jon's heart stops when he sees her. Thinner, paler, a bruise on her cheek. But alive their eyes meet across the bridge. She smiles, faint, hopeful. Jon's hands clench. He wants to run to her, grab her, never let go. But he waits, patient, controlled. Walder Frey stands in the middle of the bridge, old, weasel-faced, grinning. The exchange will proceed as follows. Jaime Lannister will walk from the north side. Sansa Stark will walk from the south side. They will pass each other in the middle. When both reach their respective sides, the exchange is complete. Agreed? Tyrion nods. Agreed. Robb nods. Agreed. Then begin. Jaime is unshackled. He rubs his wrists, looks at Jon. If we meet again, bastard, I'll kill you. You can try. Sansa walks from the other side, also slow, her eyes never leaving Jon. They pass in the middle. Jaime doesn't look at her. Sansa doesn't look at him. 50 feet. 40. 30. Jon's heart pounds. Almost there. Almost. 20 feet. 10. Sansa reaches the northern side. Jon grabs her, pulls her into his arms, holds her so tight she gasps. You're safe. You're safe. I have you. Sansa sobs into his chest. I knew you'd come. I knew you wouldn't leave me. Never. I'll never leave you again. Jaime reaches the southern side. Tyrion embraces him, quietly. Welcome back, brother. The exchange is complete. Walder Frey claps. Excellent. Now, on to happier matters. The wedding. King Robb and my granddaughter Roslyn. Tonight, a feast, a celebration. Robb looks at Catelyn. Tonight, we agreed to the marriage. We honor it. Robb nods, resigned. Fine. Tonight. Jon holds Sansa. She's shaking, exhausted, traumatized. Come on, let's get you inside. Get you food, water, rest. She nods. Leans on him. They enter the twins. And the trap begins to close. The twins, the great hall. That night, the wedding feast. Hundreds gathered. Freys, Northmen musicians playing, wine flowing. Robb sits at the high table, beside Roslyn Frey. A pretty girl, young, scared. Catelyn sits beside him, watchful, uneasy. Jon sits with Sansa, holding her hand. She's eaten, bathed, changed into clean clothes. But she's still pale, still shaken. Are you all right? Jon whispers. I am now that I'm with you. In King's Landing? Sansa's eyes darken. Joffrey, he made me look at father's head on a spike. He made me stare at it for hours. Said if I looked away, he'd add Robb's head next to it and yours. Jon's jaw tightens. I'm going to kill him. I swear it. Don't. He's not worth it. He's a monster. But he's a coward. Without his guards, without his mother, he's nothing. Still, he hurt you. He dies for that. Sansa squeezes his hand. Later. Right now, I just want to be here, with you, safe. The musicians play, the Rains of Castamere. Catelyn's head snaps up. No, that's... The doors slam shut, locked. Crossbows appear in the galleries above. Aimed at the northern soldiers, Walder Frey stands. Grinning, the Lannisters send their regards. Catelyn screams, Robb! No. The crossbows fire. Robb is hit. Chest, shoulder, he falls. The Frey soldiers draw swords, attack the unarmed northern guests. Chaos, screaming, blood. Jon grabs Sansa, pulls her under the table, shields her with his body. Stay down, don't move. Catelyn grabs a knife, holds it to Roslyn Frey's throat. Stop or I'll kill her. Walder laughs. Go ahead, she's just a girl. I have others. Catelyn's face crumples. Despair, she cuts Roslyn's throat. Then a Frey soldier stabs Catelyn. She falls. Dying, Jon sees it all, his aunt, Robb, the Northmen being slaughtered, the Red Wedding, the massacre, the betrayal. He pulls Sansa toward a side door, sees it's unguarded. We have to run now. But Robb, Mother, they're dead. We can't save them. We have to survive. He kicks the door open, drags Sansa through. Behind them, the slaughter continues. Hundreds dying, the north bleeding. They run through corridors, out into the courtyard. Horses tethered there. Jon grabs two, helps Sansa mount. Ride, north, don't stop. They gallop, out of the twins, into the darkness. Behind them the castle burns. The screams echo. The Red Wedding. The worst betrayal in northern history, and Jon and Sansa are the only survivors. The Neck. 3 days later, Jon and Sansa ride hard. No food, little water, just survival. Sansa is in shock, hasn't spoken since the twins. Jon keeps moving, keeps pushing, because if they stop, the phrase will catch them, and they'll die. Finally, they reach a village. Small, poor, but safe. Jon pays for a room. With the last of his coin, they collapse inside, exhausted. Sansa finally speaks. They're all dead. Mother, Robb, everyone. Jon nods. Yes, the phrase. The Lannisters, they planned it. The wedding was a trap. Yes, and we survived. Why? Because we ran. Because we were lucky, because the gods aren't done with us yet. Sansa's eyes fill with tears. What do we do now? We gather what's left of the North. We rebuild. And then, his voice hardens. Then we make the phrase and the Lannisters pay. For father, for Robb, for mother, for everyone. How? We're just 2 people. We have no army. No allies. No, we have each other. And we have a secret. Jon takes her hands. Sansa, there's something I need to tell you. Something father told me before he went south. Something he made me swear to keep hidden. But now I think it's time you knew. What secret? Jon takes a breath. I'm not Ned Stark's bastard. I'm not even his nephew the way everyone thinks. I'm a Targaryen, Rhaegar Targaryen's son, with Lyanna Stark, which makes me the heir to the Iron Throne. Sansa's voice is a whisper. Yes, does anyone else know? Mother knew. Father knew. They're dead. So it's just us now. You and me. And a secret that could change everything. Sansa absorbs this. If the realm knew, if Robert had known, he would have killed me. That's why father lied, why he claimed me as his bastard, to protect me. And it worked. For 15 years it worked. But now I think the secret might be our only weapon, our only chance to fight back. How? I don't know yet, but I'll figure it out. We'll figure it out together. They hold each other, 2 survivors, 2 orphans, 2 people with nothing left but each other, and a secret that could burn the world. Winterfell. 1 month later, Jon and Sansa return to a castle in mourning. Bran and Rickon wait. Boys who've lost their father, mother, and oldest brother in a single year. The northern lords gather, those who survived the Red Wedding. The great Jon Umber, Meg Mormont, others, not many. The king in the north is dead, the great Jon says. Betrayed by the Lannisters, what do we do now? Jon stands. We survive, we rebuild, and we prepare. For what? For war. Real war. Not the kind where we march south and get slaughtered. The kind where we're smart, strategic, where we strike when they don't expect it, where we make them bleed until they beg for mercy. And who leads this war? You? A bastard? No. Jon looks at Sansa. She does. Sansa blinks. Me? You're Ned Stark's daughter, Catelyn Tully's daughter. You have the best claim to Winterfell, to the north. You're the Lady of Winterfell, and I'm your consort, your protector, your husband. We're not married yet. Then we marry, today, now, before the old gods. And we take back what's ours. The lords murmur. Considering, Mage Mormont speaks, a woman ruling the north, it's unusual, but not unheard of. And if Jon Snow stands beside her, if he's legitimized as Jon Stark, then the marriage is legal. The alliance is strong. If it means we get revenge, one by one the lords agree. Jon looks at Sansa. Will you marry me? Not because it was arranged, not because our parents wanted it, but because we choose it, because we love each other, because we're all we have left. Sansa's eyes shine. Yes, I'll marry you today, now, forever. Winterfell. The gods would that afternoon. Sansa wears a simple gray dress, no finery, no embroidery, just wool and leather. Jon wears black, stark colors. They stand before the heart tree, the carved face watching. Bran and Rickon beside them, the northern lords gathered. No maester, no septon, just the old gods. Jon speaks first. I, Jon Snow, take you, Sansa Stark, as my wife. Before the old gods, before my family, I swear to protect you, to honor you, to love you. until my last breath." Sansa's voice is steady. "I, Sansa Stark, take you, Jon Snow, as my husband. Before the old gods, before my family, I swear to stand beside you, to trust you, to love you until my last breath." They kiss, simple, pure. Binding, the Lord's cheer. Lady Sansa, Jon Stark, the North remembers. When they pull apart, Sansa whispers, "We're married, really married, yes. And now we fight, together. Face the North, face the future. Two survivors, two leaders, two people who've lost everything. But they still have each other, and that will have to be enough." Winterfell, the great hall, that night, the wedding feast, small, quiet, not like the Red Wedding, no betrayal, no death, just family, what's left of it. Jon and Sansa sit at the high table, hands clasped. The great Jon raises his cup. "To Lady Sansa and Jon Stark, may their union be blessed, may their children be strong, may the North endure." Everyone drinks. Sansa leans close to Jon. "Children, I hadn't thought about that. Neither had I. But someday, when the war is over, when we're safe, we'll have a family, a real family. I'd like that." They sit in comfortable silence, watching the hall. The Lord's talking, planning. Bran approaches, 12 years old now, confined to a chair since his fall, but his eyes are sharp, knowing. "Jon, Sansa, I need to tell you something I saw in a dream." Jon tenses. "What kind of dream?" "A vision from the old gods. I see things now, the past, the future, pieces of it. And I saw you, Jon. I saw who you really are." Sansa's grip tightens. "Bran, what are you talking about?" Bran's voice is quiet. "Jon isn't father's nephew. Not the way people think. He's Aunt Lyanna's son, with Rhaegar Targaryen, which makes him... Father told me before he died." "How do you know?" "The old gods showed me. In the gods' wood, in the roots of the weirwood. I saw Lyanna, I saw Rhaegar, I saw you being born. At the Tower of Joy. I saw Father promise to protect you. Does anyone else know? No. Just us, and it needs to stay that way, until the time is right." Jon nods. "Agreed. But Bran, if you can see the past, can you see the future? Can you tell us what's coming?" Bran's face darkens. "I see war, I see ice, I see death. Something is coming from the North, beyond the wall. Something old, something terrible, and if we don't stop it, everyone dies. Not just the North. Everyone." Sansa's face pales. "What is it?" "The White Walkers. The Night King. The Long Night. It's all real. And it's coming." Jon stands. "Then we prepare. We forget about the Lannisters, forget about revenge. We focus on survival, on defending the realm, because if the dead come, none of the rest matters." The great Jon overhears. "White Walkers? You're talking about myths, legends. I'm talking about the truth Father always said, winter is coming." He wasn't talking about snow. He was talking about this, the real war. The war for the living. The Lord's murmur, skeptical, uncertain. But Jon's voice is steel. "Believe me or don't, but I'm preparing. I'm gathering dragon glass. I'm reinforcing the wall. I'm calling every able-bodied man to arms. And if you want to survive, you'll help me." Slowly the Lords nod. "We'll help. For the North. For the living." Jon looks at Sansa. "We do this together? Together." Epilogue. Winterfell. 5 years later, Jon stands on the battlements, looking north, toward the wall, toward the threat. Sansa joins him. A cloak wrapped around her, pregnant, their second child. A son this time, the maesters say. Their first child, a daughter, Lyanna, plays in the courtyard below. 3 years old, dark hair, gray eyes, laughing. "She's beautiful," Sansa says. "She looks like your mother and acts like yours. Stubborn, smart, fearless." Sansa smiles. "Good, she'll need to be. The world is dangerous." It is, but we're making it safer. The wall is reinforced. The wildlings are south of it. Allied with us, we have dragon glass weapons, Valyrian steel. Every house is preparing. Do you think we'll win when the Night King comes? I think we'll survive, because we have each other, because the North remembers, because we're Starks, and Starks endure, and you're a Targaryen, Fire and ice, the song itself. I'm your husband, Lyanna's father, Winterfell's protector. That's who I am. That's who I'll always be. Sansa leans against him. I love you, Jon Snow, Jon Stark, Aegon Targaryen, whoever you are, I love you too. Always is there the North, watching the future. The Night King is coming, the war is coming, the darkness is coming, but they're ready. Together, as they've always been. And when the long night falls, the wolves will howl, and the dragon will roar, and the living will survive. Because that's what Starks do. They endure. Let us know what you'd like to see next. The end.